Hello, medical assistant students. Okay, um, I got two more dosage calculation videos to show you. Um, so this is one, and these are a little bit uh, trickier. So we just have to make sure that you do your calculations accurately, paying attention to the information, very close to the information in these. I'll do this one first and then I'll do the other one in a separate video. So, same concept, write down your equations, whichever one you want to do, d over h equals x over v. So let's make it an actual v, or a equals d over h times q. All right, let's look in our scenario and see what we've got. So the provider orders 125 milligrams of Rocephin. Rocephin's an antibiotic to be administered intramuscularly IM times 1 now. This medication is available on hand as 250 milligrams per 0.5 milliliters. Like that. Okay. Okay, so now let's plug in our information. So we know that the doctor ordered 125 milligrams of Rocephin, and what we have on hand is 250 milligrams X, and the vehicle that we're going to administer it in is 0.5 milliliters. All right, so we get rid of our milligrams, and then cross multiply. So a 125 times, oh, well, so 125 times 0.5 is 62.5 milliliters equals 250 times x, 250x. Remember, we've got to get x by itself. So we divide by 250, and now you have to divide by 250. So again, now we have to solve for this right there. This number goes on the outside of the division sign. So 250 into 62.5. So after you do all of your calculations, so we can't do anything with crossing anything out. We don't have any decimal points on the outside, so this decimal point's going to stay there, and it's going to pop right up here, and you're going to put a 0 right in front of that. So after you do all of your calculations, you know 250 is going to go in there twice. 2 times 250 is 500. Then you subtract, and we get 25 left over. Because we have a leftover, you have to add your 0, drop it down, add your 0. Oh, sorry. Got to subtract all the way here. And then now we can look at 250. How many times does 250 go into 1,250? And if you do the calculation, you'll know that it goes in there 5 times. 5 times 250 is 1,250. Subtract, and then you have 0. And so we know that this right here is 0.25, 0.25, and it's going to be milliliters. So let's do it a little bit differently. The A equals D over H times Q is going to give you some different calculations. So we go back and we have 125 milligrams of Rocephin to 250 milligrams times 0.5 milliliters. All right, first thing you do, get rid of that and that. 250 into 125. Like I stated, this number, the bottom number, goes on the outside of the division sign. So very similar to this over here, I don't have anything that I can do. I can't cross anything off. I don't have any decimal points at this time, but 250 cannot go into 125. So you have to add your decimal point and a 0 into that. You're popping your decimal point up here and a preceding 0. So now we look at it, and now we're at the same as we were before. This 250 into 1250, 250 into 1250 is 5. 5 times 250 is 1250. Subtract, and you get 0, and I don't need to go further than that in this division. But this is the answer to this over here. I still have to multiply it by that. So 0.5 times 0.5 milliliters. And if you do that calculation right, you're going to get 0.25 milliliters, same as that right there. And that's your answer, 0.25 milliliters. A very small amount, but that's okay. It's done before, and you look up at the problem, and you can see that it's intramuscularly. So I'm just going to give a small amount into their muscle, and that's okay. Again, this is one of those trickier ones because of, if you do it this equation, you have different calculations than in this equation, but your end result is exactly the same. And you've got some decimal points in this area and in this area that you've got to maneuver and make sure that you figure those out. Okay, right. That's it for that one.